welcome viewers to Human TV Africa. Yeah, I'm Mama Makeba, as usual, your host today in today's show. And today we are going to be talking about GBV, that is gender-based violence. Yeah, we've seen a lot of gender-based violence in families, to work where we work from, in hotels. There are a lot of types of gender-based violences in the world, and we've seen a lot of women. They've faced death, even men. We've seen children, but today we are going to be talking about gender-based violence in ITGNC. ITGNC, I mean the intersex, trans persons, and gender non-conforming. Yeah, we are going to be talking about those people in the whole world. They don't consider those genders that they do face gender-based violence. But we, the trans persons, the intersex, the gender non-conforming, we face GBV. Yeah, we face GBV, and some of our colleagues, they've lost their life because of that GBV. Yeah, and according to the statistics, they say 35% of women in the whole world globally, they do face GBV. 35. Can you imagine? That's a huge number. But we've come out, me, Makeba, Mama Makeba, and my colleagues. You're going to see my colleague here who's going to be giving us more details about gender-based violence. We want to unmask BVG, yeah? Gender-based violence. We want to unmask it through the ITGNC community, the ITGNC person. Yeah. So you're going to allow me to welcome my co-host, the one who's going to be taking us in gender-based violence, and we are going to be capturing the physical and psychology toll that GBV inflicts on its victims. Who are the victims? Victims, these are the ITGNC, the one I told you. You know, we face a lot of gender-based violence, and we are seeking for justice. We don't get justice. We don't get justice from people. Why? Because we are minorities, and people don't consider us, don't consider a trans person. They don't consider intersex, that they are also human beings. They have freedom. They have to report if at all you have faced gender-based violence or you have been tortured. You have a right to report GBV, yeah. But in the world, mostly in African society, they don't consider that if a trans person or a non-gender conforming person, if a person faces gender-based violence, you have a right to report. That's what we've come to show to show the whole world that if you are anti-GNC, you have a right to report gender-based violence. Yeah, allow me to welcome my colleague, Chusen Becky. Chusen Becky, you're most welcome. Thank you for coming.
Welcome.
Yeah, you look amazing.
Wow. You also look amazing.
Wow. First tell me, you've been Mgole. Recently you had Yorkshire. Recently you had Yorkshire, not so?
Yeah.
It was Yorkshire, then we are waiting for the introduction. How was it? How are you? How is the husband?
The husband is doing well.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I haven't gone yet back to the husband because the husband had not yet paid the bride price.
So you need the husband to pay the bride
after
price.
the husband paid the bride price, in fact, I have to go to the man.
Oh, okay, amazing. Hope so that you've not yet faced gender-based violence in your marriage.
No, in my marriage, I've never faced gender-based violence, but in actual sense, in a community, I've ever faced gender-based violence accordingly. Social media,
Okay.
everywhere. So gender-based violence is almost high in Africa.
In Africa, and they're mostly
The whole world.
in these vulnerable people. Those are the intersex trans persons and gender non-conforming, the ITGNC. Yeah, thank you for coming.
Oh, you are welcome.
Yeah, you look amazing.
Thank you.
all right. Today I'm having my host here, my co-host, and she's going to introduce herself, and as the show goes on. Can you introduce yourself to the viewers?
Okay, thank you. Actually, I will first thank our viewers that thank you for watching us whenever we have the session. And another thing, I want to thank people who always appreciate what we are doing. And today we have come to I'm chosen Becky, a proud trans woman, and I'm a Ugandan by nationality, but nowadays I'm here in Nairobi as a refugee. You talked about gender-based violence. As we talk about gender-based violence, it means a lot. There is domestic violence, there's physical torture, there's harassment. When I talk about harassment, it means we have been harassed sex. Like, once I'm not your partner and you have sex with me when I don't like, that is, you have done gender-based violence on me. And in ITGNC, it's a lot. It's a lot. People have been raped, people have been killed, people have been done a lot of things verbally, physically, and everything. And that forces you to get mental health, It brings people to get mental health. And remember, once you get mental health, that's why you find people have done suicide, have killed themselves, someone has killed one another due to mental health. The people have brought to
you. By the way, you're right. And mostly gender-based violence is faced to ITGNC, as we've been seeing scenarios whereby a partner kills someone, kills his or her partner.
Oh, actually, let me tell you, in 2020, I think now 3 years back, there is a scenario where we get, I think you have ever heard of that scenario. There is a guy who was called Fahad in Uganda, and another one called Karim. Those people have been killed by their partners, which is what I have talked to. That is, it does verbally and nowhere you are going to report. So they have been killed. Partners kill each other. Even in this life of people, again, you can find a woman has been killed, a kid has been kidnapped. You can find a wife in a house, like I can be a wife and having my husband. So you will find I wanted a baby boy and I produced a baby girl. I'll make sure I'll kidnap that person, or I'll treat him badly, which is resulting into domestic violence.
Yeah, that is domestic violence.
It's
a result of gender-based violence in the community, in the family.
You are right.
Oh, right. Yeah, you've even I've remembered there was a Kenyan, mostly a trans person in Kenya. She was killed. She was called Kiloba. Kiloba was killed, and it was a result of GBV. The partner killed the Chiloba, and it went viral on social media platform. So it was a result of gender-based violence. But do we really get justice as we, the trans person, as the intersex, as gender non-conforming? Do we really get justice? That's what we are going to be sharing. That are we really getting justice? Where can you report if at all you face gender-based violence? Where are you going to report? Do you know where to report? Do you know your rights? Oh yeah. All right. Thank you very much for coming. And I have a few questions for you as we go on. So you've introduced yourself. Thank you very much. And you've talked about what do you understand by someone telling you what is gender-based violence. You've told us there is verbal, there is physical, domestic,
psychology.
Those are the types of gender-based violence. Psychologically, you are tortured. Physically, you are tortured. Verbally, you are tortured. Someone can say something
like now. There are news which are moving around. A teacher, they found him defiling a kid, 7 years old. How can a teacher make defilement to that kid? That is gender-based violence. He was violating him physically.
Violating the kid physically.
Yeah, physically. Through having sex with a young kid. A teacher is 30 years old and is sleeping with a 7 years old kid.
Wow.
What is that?
It's too bad, and that's what we've come to show the world. We've come to show the people, the viewers, that where are we going to report? Really, do we have justice in this GBV? Yeah. All right. So, is there any organization? Mostly, you are a refugee here in Kenya. Is there an organization that helps you or helps the ITGNC to seek justice if you are a victim?
Yeah, because I remember even in Uganda, there was an organization called Human Rights, that is HULAF. It was fighting about our gender. Actually, once you get problems, like even here, like Matasia transcapability, once you go, you report your case, they make sure they follow that case until you get the justice.
Okay.
But remember, we are not supposed to go direct to the police. Since we are trans women. People are talking you can find our trans woman has been tortured with a straight person. So I will report to the organization. That organization will take my case up to the court or up to the lawyer, because I have rights of being a trans woman. Yeah, I have my right actually. Even a man, if he tortures me, I have right to take him to the court and sue him.
Okay, so that means there are some organization which helps you to get justice.
Definitely, they are there.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Well, amazing. Okay, so and what are the measures you've done? The measures you've done so that you can stop GBV in the ITGNC people?
Oh, there are many ways we can measures we can do.
Okay.
First of all, we have to teach people where they are going to report. Once a TGCR face up that problem, he or she supposed to know where to report it. Like me, Chosen Becky, once I've been tortured, I have to know where I supposed to report my man.
Okay.
Another thing, we need to provide support to
a victim.
Okay. Like once I've got tortured, like me, Chosen Becky, in Uganda, I faced a lot of things. I was going to be killed by my dad, and even a lot passed on me. But once I got money, Matasia transcapability as a home, it brought me and stood me to be like a wonderful lady you were saying. Yeah, that's why nowadays people are. Everyone say, can I go out? Can I take you out? So they don't know where I'm coming from. So you need to get some cash so that to be helped.
You need to be helped.
Another thing, those people, they had to be arrested. Once you found out you are doing GBV, you have to be arrested and you have to account for that.
Okay, now let me stop you from there. There is now, it's a coincidence. Me and you, we are partners. So if at all I create gender-based violence on you, like physically or verbally, and you tell me that I have to be arrested, is that fair for the partners? That when I'm arrested, is that fair for you?
Oh, that question you have asked me, it's a really tricky, but I will answer you like this.
Okay. Yeah, because they say
oh my God,
love is blind. So it might be like just a little.
It's like this. If you have done something in total with love, I might say no. I think I'm the one in a problem. So what I will do, I'll call. Here in our translate, we have mothers and father. Okay. I can go, I put that case there, so they can call each other, me and my husband. We can see it so that you can counsel us. Okay. And everyone should know I'm in a problem, who is the one who has done the problem. But if it persists, definitely I have to take you to the police.
Wow. Okay. So it starts from the community, your community. Like you have your mother. You go, you report, then you see if they cancel you. If it persists, then you're ready to take your partner to the police.
Yeah.
Because you might lose your life.
Because let me tell you, today if I get experience gender-based violence and I get died, my family will lost.
Okay.
But the partner's family will not lost.
Yeah. I'm getting.
They will be happy. They will continue the life. Okay. My family will be sad, and their life will go slowly by slowly by slowly.
Okay. Now you've told me that you if it persists, you report to the police.
Yeah.
So that means that you are able to report GBV, and you can receive help here in Kenya.
Here in Kenya, according to LGBTQ, you can report. But if you feel like LGBTQ is the one who has done so, but if a straight person with an LGBTQ or IGC, nowhere to report, because they will tell you, they will ask you a question. Who told you to behave like a woman? Who told you to be like this and this? What you are doing, it's bad. What you are doing, it's as if they are the one producing you. They don't know our rights actually in Kenya. That's where people are suffering in Kenya. People have been tortured. People have been kidnapped. People have been raped. And people, they are unable to go to report to the police.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that means that you fear to go, because this is the I think the last question. You've told me that if you are an LGBTI people or you are an ITGNC, you can report when you are partners.
Yeah.
But for the straight person, if after you face a GBV within a straight person, you can't report.
Actually, let me tell you, even in this life of straight people, do you know that a man cannot report a woman?
Yeah.
Because a man, once he got the police, they would say, no, you're a strong man. Why are you reporting a woman? It's like even in our community, a man cannot report me. Once I beat a woman, a man cannot report me.
So that means that it's two-way. Gender-based violence is violated by two-way people.
Yeah.
A woman can do that, and a man can do that.
Yeah, because remember, me, I'm coming from the limbs of a man. I cannot be the powerful of the man. The man I have to be down of the man. So even in straight people reporting, it is not easy. Some people have been corrupt. You can go, I can be having money. I can beat you, Mama Makeba. Yes, we are in the same community, but I have money. You won't win me. I will leave you to the police station.
That means that bribe is still working.
Bribe is too high. Definitely high. Actually, what I'm telling you, told me about Chiloba's law, Chiloba's death.
Yes.
We are hearing always saying that they will find the person who killed Chiloba. But till now, we have never found. They are saying that the husband, justice is not in their family. So it means a person having money, you can't compete. That's why they say money beats guns. Once you have money, nothing.
You will not.
Everything is okay. Like even in our community, if you have money, like me, Chosen Deki, I go to my family when I have money. My family will present me. But if I don't have money, the family will say, no, you go back, you a spoiled child. Yeah.
Wow, amazing. That's amazing. Thank you so much. Yeah, we are on gender-based violence, and we're behind the closet, behind the door, closed doors. There are so many people who are facing gender-based violence. The ITGNC mostly. We are facing gender-based violence, but we can't report. As my colleague told you, we can't report because we fear a lot of questions. You go to the police, you report that you've been tortured, you've been physically tortured, and they will ask you a lot of questions, and you're like, someone asks you, why are you behaving like a woman? That means that automatically where you've gone to seek for justice, they are torturing you. Visible, barbaric.
That's why we usually say homophobia starts with the leaders.
It starts with the leaders.
Yeah.
Whereby they need more.
Actually, let me tell you, even there is a thing, there is a scenario like a person is working you can be a GC, anti. Yeah. But because you refuse to date him, my friend, even though you report, he will just say, no, you are the one in trouble. Because he has that gap that you never created love on him. Yeah, it is there.
Yeah. So, and another thing, do you get support if at all, like supporting? Because if you get support and you get justice, there is that healing. Yeah, you get healed. So, do you get support, and where do you get support if at all you're in that situation of being tortured? Yeah.
In that, if you want to get support, that's what I told you before you enter the community. Like me, the day you entered Nairobi, you have to look where your gender belongs, because these things moves into a system. A trans-led organization cannot stand with a lesbian organization.
It can't stand with gay organization.
It cannot.
Yeah.
Because we have different gender. Yeah. Because me, a trans woman, I can be living with a gay man. But one day a gay man can say, I did gender violence on him. I have slept with him. So that means you have to look where you belong. Like me, I can be with a woman who produce kids. Because nothing can do, we are all women.
Yeah.
But a gay man cannot stay with a woman. A woman will be in heartbreak. He will leave me, he will rape me. Yeah. So that is the thing I told you. Another thing is going to the police. You have to go to the police to report to the case. Once it passes, you also go ahead.
You go ahead and report.
Yeah.
All right. And
another thing, you have to keep evidence. Like once someone is torturing you verbally is a word. You can record it.
You can record that person.
Yeah.
If at all, you can even
photocopying, video call. You do screenshotting like Facebook. Like me, once I finish my wedding, a lot of people, I got gender-based violence in people.
That was like sending you messages.
Sending me message, abusing me, telling me that you stole a man.
But did you steal a man?
No. Once you're a beautiful woman, every man can yearn for you.
Oh, wow, amazing! That means that you're going to be in your marriage forever and ever.
I'll be in my marriage.
I hope so that you'll not be like you will not face the GPD.
I won't, because I don't want to shame my family, because I've moved from a family which has grew up me into disciplined way, the way they talk
that
to
means that you're natured.
I'm natured, actually. That's why I can tell our viewers that you need to make your kids to grow into a disciplinary way. Not abusing people, not doing. If a man is talking on high, you can increase the voice because you're a woman.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Thank you very much. And we are going to Brian, our producer, is going to be showing you people who are tortured because of gender-based violence. Our trans persons, they've lost their life, and you're going to see those people. Like the person I told you, Chiroba, was killed by a partner, and that was gender-based violence. You can lose your life because of gender-based violence, and we're here to report because they're going to be asked. You're going to be asked a lot of questions. You're going to be tortured verbally by the police officer or anyone in charge. But if at all you face that, you can report to the police, or you can call these numbers here in Kenya, and you will get help. You will be helped. The number is 1190. That's the first number. If you call that number, it's toll free. 1190. You'll get help. Yeah, you tell them that I'm facing gender-based violence, and I'm with a partner. We're doing this and this and this and this and this. Believe me, you'll get help. And another number is 116. If you face more, especially the vulnerable, the minorities.
Minority.
Yeah, the minorities. Minorities, people. These are the intersex, the trans persons, the gender non-conforming. If at all you face GBV, please call those numbers. Don't hesitate to call because you're going to lose your life because you love your partner, but you have a lot of discouraging marriages. They are torturing you in your marriage. You keep quiet, my dear. You're going to lose your life, and we are going to bury you. So the numbers. Thank you very much, Brian. The number is helplines are there 1160 and 116. You report gender-based violence. Yes, Brian show us some pictures whereby our trans person, those guys who lost their lives because of GBV and they can't report. And up to now, we are still waiting for justice, but nowhere to be seen. So we still request the organization to help us, to help me, Mama Makeba, to help Chosen Becky. That you see, that is Chiroba, the guy, the Kenyan trans person who was killed by a partner, and still now we're waiting for justice. Yeah, it's coming. Then we have also our partner, our colleague in Uganda. Yeah, do you know that this guy was killed and was put in a metallic box? Metallic box. Can you imagine? What is that?
That lady was a fashionista. That's what I remember to him.
Yeah.
To her, she can dress to kill.
Yeah.
And everyone in a bar can, nothing can do.
Yeah, she was amazing.
But the day she died, people cried. People started regretting. Why am I trans woman? We started hiding indoors. Until now, we have never got justice.
Justice until now. Or now you're seeing those pictures. That one is from Uganda, and he was also called.
She's called Kalim.
Kalim was killed also by a partner because of gender-based violence. And where are we going to report?
Actually, Kalim was cut into small pieces as if they are going to cook for. The man found with him with another man. The man cut the guy into small pieces, reaching to the hospital when the guy has died.
Can you imagine a man stabbing you because of just a simple thing? Yeah, it's so hectic and so touching. But what you have to do, if at all you face gender-based violence, verbally, someone might say a word which tortures you mentally, report it. And my colleague told you that be with evidence. The more you collect evidence, the more you will get justice. Yeah? If at all these guys had evidence in their marriage that they are being tortured, they don't have peace in their marriage, at least maybe justice might be there. But if at all we have smartphones, you have a smartphone. Record if at all you see that the situation is going astray. Record. Then when they ask for evidence, present that evidence. You will get justice. Yeah, and we call upon all these organizations to support us in this program as we teach our people, our ITGNC, about gender-based violence, how to protect yourself, about gender-based violence, how to seek for justice, how to get healed mentally. We have also counselors. If I told you you have that mental illness, you can contact us. You can contact me, Mama Makeba. You just go on Facebook, Mama Makeba. You get me, and you tell me that, darling, I'm facing gender-based violence. How help you?
Actually, I'm going to read for them this number. If you're a trans woman, you need some help. You are sick, nowhere to sleep. The organization Matasia Trans Capability is there for trans women,
trans people.
It supports. So be careful. I'm reading this number: 0703 1015. 0703 1015. You called a lady, she's here. Mama Makeba, she's there to support. Whether 100, whether what, she will support you, we shall support you.
Yeah.
We have sisters who are dying in Uganda. I have a friend of mine actually. She's suffering, she's still struggling. The father cut the private parts because she's a gay. She's suffering. I won't speak the name, but she's really suffering.
That is gender-based violence. There are a lot of gender-based violence in families, in organizations, at home, partners. But if at all you're facing that, the number is there, 0703 1015. That's my personal contact. That's but if you have to put a code if at all you're not in Kenya. But mostly I help people in Kenya, the trans persons in Kenya. If you are in Kenya and you face gender-based violence, call that number. Yeah, we have only 1 minute as we conclude. Just 1 minute, then we say bye-bye. Any word for our viewers?
Oh, thank you. I would like to thank you for this program. And my great thanks goes to Kato Mukasa. He really did a lot of things to us.
Yeah.
Actually, he took away my mental health. I was having a lot of mental health. By the time I started doing this show, he took away my mental health. Yeah. Thank you, Kato Mukasa, for the support. We have really been receiving your support, but continue supporting us. We shall not pay you, but God will pay you.
Amen.
And we thank everyone who has been supporting us, organizations, and everyone. I remember by the time you were sick, I saw him taking a lot of responsibility. Yeah. Because you cannot tell me someone he knows you from the childhood and he knows that you were under LGBTQ umbrella and he start being your friend. That is none.
It's amazing.
So thank you, Kato Mukasa. May God bless you.
Amen. All right. Thank you for. I was going to thank Kato Mukasa, but you've done that on behalf of me. Thank you so much. And I want to thank Brian, who's been our producer in the studio. Brian, thank you so much, and thank you for being cooperative with me. Whenever I say, Brian, I have a show, you're like, okay, we are going to do this. You make us posters. Thank you so much. I remain Mama Makeba at Trans Persons, and I work with Matasia Trans Capability, whereby we give psychosocial support to the trans persons. We are mental health stations and sustainable livelihood here in Kenya. Remember, we are refugees. And what can we say? Bye-bye. See you next time. We love you. Thank you for watching.